For those who grew up without affection, what did you consider intimate? I didn't know families hugged until I was 19. In my house, we lived like roommates who hated each other. Nobody talked, nobody touched, nobody said I love you, ever. When I cried, I did it alone. When I got sick, my mom left medicine on the counter and walked away. I thought this was normal. Then I met a family that broke me. My college roommate, Kara, invited me home for Thanksgiving. I typed 3 different excuses before deleting them. She'd been trying to be my friend since September. When I told my parents, they only asked what time I'd be back Sunday. Nothing else. But Kara kept insisting her mom already bought extra food. I had no good reason to say no. Walking into Kara's house, I had no idea I was about to discover what I'd been missing my entire life. Her mom hugged me at the door. Not a quick pat. A real hug. 3 full seconds. My whole body went rigid like she was attacking me. I didn't know where to put my hands, so I just stood there with my arms pinned to my sides like an idiot. At dinner, they went around the table sharing their days. On purpose. Like they actually wanted to hear each other talk. When Kara's brother said he failed his history test, I literally braced myself for the uncomfortable silence. Instead, his dad put down his fork and said, "Man, that sucks. Tell me what happened." And then he listened to him. The whole family stopped eating to help him feel better. I sat there confused, waiting for someone to tell him to try harder or stop whining. Nobody did. When Kara's mom burned the rolls, she laughed about it. Got distracted thinking about dessert. Everyone started teasing her and she laughed even harder. I kept waiting for someone to storm off or slam something. At my house, burning food meant my dad would eat in his car and my mom would bang cabinets for a week. These people were laughing. Then I noticed something that made my chest feel weird. Kara's hand on her mom's shoulder. Her dad ruffling her brother's hair. Everyone piling on one couch even though there were other seats. I pressed myself against the armrest trying not to accidentally touch anyone because in my house, physical contact meant someone was either really angry or someone died. After dinner, Kara and her mom were doing dishes, just chatting, and her mom said, "I'm proud of how you handled Professor Williams." Kara hadn't even brought it up. Her mom just knew about it and cared. My throat got tight watching them. The next morning, Kara walked in and announced she was anxious about her paper. Her dad literally stopped making coffee to listen to her talk about her feelings for 15 minutes straight. He helped her make a plan. Nobody told her she was being dramatic. I sat there with my cereal getting soggy because I couldn't process what I was watching. But that night destroyed me completely. Through the walls, I heard them saying goodnight. "Love you, Mom. Love you too, sweetheart. Night, Dad. Love you. Love you more, kiddo." Every single night, like breathing. I laid there shaking, trying to remember one time my parents said those words. Nothing. These people said, "I love you" every day. And my family couldn't even say, "Good job." I never told Kara about my family. When her mom asked about our Thanksgiving traditions twice, I changed the subject both times. My hands were literally shaking. She stopped asking but squeezed my shoulder when I sat back down. I almost lost it right there. At breakfast on my last morning, Kara's dad asked if my parents minded me being gone for the holiday. I said they were fine with it, and he exchanged this look with Kara's mom. Not a mean look, more like they were figuring something out about me that I didn't want them to know. When Kara's mom drove me to the bus station, she turned the radio down halfway there. "Listen, honey, you're welcome here anytime. Any holiday, any weekend, or just because." I stared at my hands because I knew if I looked at her, I'd start crying. Before I got out, she hugged me way longer than necessary. When she pulled back, her eyes were watery. "You deserve to be loved, sweetheart. I hope you know that." I literally couldn't speak. Nobody had ever said that to me before. That visit broke me open. I started small, asked friends how they were and actually listened, said thank you and meant it, called the campus counseling center, hung up twice before booking. 3 months later, I told someone I love you for the first time. They said it back and I didn't die.